Alright, Shalom. Shalom, Yisrael, Shalom. Alright, so we want to do a quick lesson through the Spirit. Alright, but of course, giving all praise, honor, glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, and a quick Shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, so this is your brother Matthias.
Your brother Yahweh.
So, basically, man, what we wanted to go into is how Israel we got next. You know, a lot we in Israel, amongst Israel, you know, we said we got next, and we finna go into the scriptures to, you know, back that up, because you might have people who don't believe that, but that's in fact true. That Israel, they will take the kingdom. All right, and firstly, before we even start, because we're gonna be in the book of Daniel for this lesson a lot. All right, because Daniel, he talks about a lot of how we gonna take the kingdom, you know. So you got that precept?
Okay. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7. Daniel 7 verses 18, and it reads, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever, and even ever."
God, so that's right, man. The Lord through Daniel, he said that the saints shall take the kingdom. All right, the saints shall take the kingdom, and I mean straight up. All right, just how it's said, you know, forever and ever and even ever. All right, so again, we're gonna pull out precepts to show you that basically these other nations, they had their time. All right, they had their kingdoms. You had Egypt, you had Babylon, ancient Babylon, you had the Persian, Medo Empire, you had the Greeks coming to power. You had all these different nations, you know, kind of trod down Israel, and then they come into power and they do their little thing. But Israel, this is the last captivity that we're gonna go through. This is the last empire called America that will be on top. The next kingdom will be ruled by the saints, Yasharallah, you know. So the next kingdom will be the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High. All right. So I mean, hold on. You got a precept?
Might as well bring this out in Job 2:20 and 4. "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of a hypocrite but for a moment?" So it says, since old this has been known, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. So the rulership and the dominion, and pretty much the kingdom of the wicked is only going to be here for a moment, right? In the triumphing of the joy of a hypocrite, but for a moment. So really, this kingdom that we're in right now, Babylon the Great, Esau's kingdom, and for that, even all these other kingdoms that also rule, they coexist with Esau. They're not going to be ruling for much longer. They're only going to continue for about a short space, as long as Yahweh is going to allow them to. All right, let's get this in the book of Job real quick. Job 14 and 5. "Seeing that his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So Yahweh pretty much said, or really that's Job pretty much. It said his days are determined. This is really going into Esau. You know, Esau's days are determined. He has a certain amount of time which the Lord set him up to rule on this earth, and after that certain amount of time is up, it's up. Esau can't go past it. Esau's not gonna, come short of it. He's gonna exactly the time the Lord set for this man to rule. He's gonna rule that time. After that, he's out that thing, man. He's out, and it's gonna be the next kingdom, which is the saints. You know?
Right. And I got a few precepts on that, and you know that's a beautiful point that you went into. So I want to get this in Luke 21 and 24. It says, "And they shall fall," right, and the "they" is referring to Israel. All right, it says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." And that's what's been happening for over many generations. All right, throughout history, you look at the history, man. and they got it all on record. You know, the children of Israel, we've been put into captivity by all nations. All right, and these Gentiles, their time is coming to an end. All right, Esau, he's the last kingdom. All right, that's going to be ruled in wickedness. He's the last kingdom that's going to be of this world. All right, the Lord said His time shall be fulfilled. All right, we know that time is coming to an end because the Lord has His prophecies being fulfilled at a very rapid rate. And I want to get this also in Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones." All right, so the Lord, you know, He demands things. He has things running. All right, He is omnipotent. Right, He's the one. He's the one. He's the one running this thing. Like I said, it goes on to say, "To the intent that the living may know that the Most High, all right, the Most High, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will." And look, we are in the kingdom of men right now, right? Whose kingdom are we living in right now, right? So called their kingdom. It's Esau. You know, he is the wicked of the earth, right? He was given the earth. Now let me get that too. All right, just so I'm not saying it. In Job 9 and 24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked." All right, and really that's been happening for many generations. But the wicked one this one is being referred to as Esau, right? The so-called white man goes on to say, "He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" And this also goes into history back in Renaissance time. What they did was they took all the original pictures of Yahweh Shai, the 12 apostles, the Jews, all right, all these pictures of Israel, and they put their own likeness on the pictures, man. They turned it from them being of melanated skin, right? Yahweh Shai, melanated, probably looked like a man of war. And then they put Yahweh Shai, who they call Jesus today, to look like a man who's effeminate, got long straight hair, blue eyes, you know, just all around contrary to what Yahweh Shai probably really looks like.
That's called iconoclasm. Yeah, and that's like what he's bringing out. They're gonna change. They're pretty much gonna cover the faces of the judges. The judges meaning the children of Israel. They covered us, man. They pretty much acted like they were the children of Israel. They're like, hey, you look at movies. When you grow up, if you ever watch Bible movies, or maybe even in some Bibles, they'll have certain pictures within them, and you'll always see a white dude, a white man with a long beard. You know what I'm saying? The man look like he's damn Zeus or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like these damn Greek mythology, it's all painted by them. They act like they are God. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm gonna read the rest of the verse here. That's a good point. I'm gonna read the rest of the verse here.
Yes, like I said, because it was given into the hand. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Ultimately, it was Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's will that it be done. You know, because it's just scripture, man. You gotta have the wicked. You gotta have the wicked. You gotta have the role of the wicked in this thing, bro. This thing is like a movie almost. Everything was written out before the foundation of the earth. So the Most High has created Esau to be the wicked. That's why Esau's feeling. He's playing his role right now. Before you go on, because let me just bring that up. This book of Proverbs chapter 16 verses 4. It reads, "The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." So even the wicked, man, they were even created just for the day of evil, just to be destroyed. The Lord created the Edomites for, man. Right? So that's why Daniel 4:17 said that. Go ahead.
Okay, going on. I'm just gonna read it again. It says, Daniel 4:17. "This matter by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will, and setteth up over it the basest of men." All right, so I mean that's self-explanatory, man. Look, the Lord he'll set the basis, all right, the basis of men over the earth. All right, and that's a funny thing. The Most High has some humor, right? So he set up Esau over the children of Israel and really over everybody, man. All right, he's a base man. All right, you look back into what he used to do in the Georgia, Russia, all right, mountains, right? He used to be a complete and utter beast. All right, and the Lord set that man over you, right? He can kill you in the streets. He can do what he want to do to you, and then you take it to the court or whatnot, whatever the situation is, and he's gonna twist that thing. All right, and he could just he's a devil. He can get away with whatever he wants, man. And that's why this kingdom got to come to an end.
Yeah,
it's straight wickedness.
That's why this kingdom is like, it's done, man. Because it's being ruled by base men.
Right.
This kingdom sucks.
Just think
you know what I'm saying? Like this kingdom, man. It should be no kingdom ruled like this, man. This kingdom is made to fall. It's wicked. It has no laws. It's run by people who obviously have no type of morals. They don't have a soul. They don't have what's within them is wickedness. That's just all they are.
Right, and I believe there's a scripture that says you cannot have the servant just be ruling. You know, that's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Right, you're not supposed to have a servant's ruling. You know, that's not how it's supposed to be.
What's that precept? It says, "Ye kings of the earth." Pretty much, if you want to be a king of the earth, you need wisdom. Like, look at King Solomon. King Solomon was a perfect example of how to run a kingdom. You know,
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and 1.
Yeah, I knew it was right there. Pretty much, if you don't have wisdom, you're not fit to be a king. Like, there's no reason for you to even be trying to rule. And that's why Esau don't have any type of wisdom. That's why his kingdom is gonna fall ultimately. But every single king needs wisdom.
Yeah, that one's in. That was a good one, though.
Wisdom of Solomon 101. Love righteousness, yea, that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart, and simplicity of the heart seek him. So it says, yea, judges of the earth, love righteousness. That's what the Lord needs you. That's really what Solomon was saying, is you need to love righteousness in order to run a kingdom, and your kingdom is going to prosper.
Right.
But if you don't have righteousness, if you don't run it by wisdom, you run it by the contrary, which Esau, Edom, he runs his kingdom by the contrary. That's why his kingdom is always going to fall. It's always fell. Every single Edomite empire he built up, Greek, Rome, Spain, all them, they all fell because it was not run by wisdom.
Right. I got this. I got the precept that you basically wanted, but I like when it says, if you be judges of the earth, love righteousness, but it's the Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 21. If you delight then be in thrones and sceptres, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. All right. So the Lord said, if you're one who delights in thrones, if you're one who wants to be a king, a judge of the earth, a prince, someone higher on the hierarchy scale, you got to be one who what would it say? Honor wisdom. You got to honor wisdom. You got to show that you're a wise man.
That you may reign forevermore. That's how you're going to reign forever, Esau. But it's too late, Esau. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's too late now, man. You didn't establish it on wisdom. So your kingdom's not going to last forevermore, man. Right? It's coming down. You understand?
Right, and that's right, man. The kingdom of Esau, he's coming down, and we're going to bring out accounts, right? We're going to bring out accounts and show you that it in fact is going to fall through these different verses and precepts.
I do have a precept here. Well, this is Ezekiel 29 and 2, 3. Speak and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and the great dragon that lieth in the midst of the rivers, which has said, my river is mine own, and I have made it for myself. So this Pharaoh, king of Egypt, spiritually, this is talking about Esau. This is spiritually, because this is talking about Babylon the Great, really, man. Because Babylon the Great is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, pursuant to Revelations 11 and 8. So really, when you read this, it's twofold. This is actually talking about Esau, right? Because you can obviously see the pride that this man is coming in. He said, "My river is mine own. I made it myself." And who's that proud? That's Esau, man. He thinks he's God. He says, "I am," and all this. He exalts himself like he is the Most High. That's talking about Esau. But this is verse 4. But I will put hooks into thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of the rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring thee up out in the midst of the rivers, and all the fish of the river shall stick unto thy scales. So the Lord is going to ultimately put hooks into the jaws of Esau. So, like the brother brought out, really, the Lord sets over men, sets men up to rule, even the basis of men. He set Esau up, and now he's going to put hooks into Esau's jaws again. So the things Esau's doing, man, he don't know what he's doing. He's being controlled by the Lord, man. Right? He's set up to be destroyed. So all the things you're going to see coming out of this earth today, I'll keep going, right? It's all really the Most High who's making Esau make these moves. And he's digging his own pit, man, as it says. He's digging his own pit.
That's right.
Or he thinks he's digging a pit so that he can set a trap for the inhabitants of Israel and ultimately the elect. But he's ultimately going to fall into that same pit that he was trying to dig. As David says, and I believe that's Psalm 7. Or it might be 2 or 3. But, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much Esau, the Lord is putting hooks into his jaws right now. And Esau's going to end up falling, man. So the Edomites, man, you're done. You know, the elites,
That's right.
stop, man. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Just you go and bring out your priest.
Right.
I mean, you can't, like, do what you do because it's the Lord doing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But these Edomites be so proud to think they're really the ones doing stuff out here. You're not at all, you know? And I mean, these elites really know that, though. I mean,
Right.
Go ahead.
So that's a good point. All right. So I like how you said. All right. I want to build off of what you said. I believe you said something about that Esau. You know, you're doing things. All right, but the Lord is making you do these things just so He can destroy you. Mm-hmm. All right. He did that to all the nations, really. Mm-hmm. Right. He did that to all the nations that He set up. All right. We just read in Daniel 4:17 that the Lord sets up who He will. Right in the kingdom of men, all right, over the earth, the basis of men. All right, now let me read this in Exodus. All right, again the first, really the first kingdom, right, that was established, right, the Egyptians, right, the kingdom of men, that kingdom that was wicked. All right, now let me get this, Exodus 9:12. It says, "And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had spoken unto Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, right, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth." Right? And there's none like the Most High, man, in all the earth, right? Reading on. "For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and that thou shalt be cut off from the earth." Right now, we're going into Egypt, man. And like the brother said, man, this is just a modern day Egypt. And what I'm finna read, the same thing is going to happen to the modern day Egypt. What happened to the ancient Egypt, what happened to the ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, what happened to the ancient Rome, what happened to all these ancient empires, all those things are going to happen here in America.
Right.
All right.
There's no new thing under the sun.
Mm-hmm. And this America just takes on all the traits of the former empires, man.
Mm.
All right, now reading on verse 16 of Exodus 9. "And in very deed," all right, so the Lord said, "In very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up." And again, the Lord said, I'm gonna set a certain people to rule the earth because I want to do it. All right, and the Lord said, this is why. "And in very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up, to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth, and that's something that I actually laugh at, man. Cause the Egyptians, they're not the only people the Lord raised up just to declare His name. All right, the land that you live in right now, right, the land that we call America, all right, or you might be somewhere else, but chiefly America, man. This is modern day Egypt. All right, and the Lord raised this thing up for what? We just read it. All right, the Lord, He's gonna declare His name throughout the earth because He destroyed Babylon. All right. So again,
real quickly, just to bring this out in Revelations 11 and 8, because we do say this is Egypt and Babylon. People might be kind of getting confused out here, but really, real quick, this is Revelations, and Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the great city, the street of the great city. Now this is Babylon, the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So Babylon the Great, which is America, is also known as spiritually Egypt and Sodom, man. So that's why these two kingdoms. Honestly, when you read about Egypt in the scriptures, when you read about Babylon, when you read about Sodom, when you read about all these other nations, it's really talking about America on a twofold level. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
That's
Khan.
And I can't really find the verse, but in the end, man, that's what the Lord did. All right, the Lord, he straight up destroyed those Egyptians. Right, we know the story. They got drowned. All right, like the Lord said, He said, all right. He said He's gonna destroy them, so He did it. But yeah, that go ahead.
I was gonna say Salakia, man, because really the Lord. You ever notice, like, everyone thinks there's free will? There's no such thing as free will.
No.
The Lord makes people do certain things. He said, I made the heart of Pharaoh's heart hard just so that he can rebel against me, so that I have a reason to destroy them. Right? He made Pharaoh's heart hard.
That's right.
So the Lord is doing the same thing for Esau right now. Esau thinks he's doing something, but the Lord's got another plan, man. Right. So it's all up to you. How about Shemi Al-Shai at the end of the day? That's really what it comes down to.
Right.
And it's fun. It's something to laugh about, because a lot of these people in this world think they got their own thing going, man. They think, Agenda 21, Agenda this. You know what I'm saying? New World Order.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
code this.
Right.
Okay?
I want to bring that up. These Edomites. we was going into it a few months ago, man. You know how the Edomites, they're trying to make a new world order. And they're still trying to do it. All right, they haven't stopped. Right, they just can never get enough. So these Edomites are making a new world. They're trying to make a new world. Right, trying to basically make everyone take vaccines, modernize and advance technology. Right, trying to completely and utterly obliterate the name of the Most High. All right, and whatever they're trying to obliterate the name of the Most High.
They want to get rid of Israel.
Right.
And that's a feat that you cannot accomplish, man. Esau really thinks he's gonna do it. It's something you can't do. You see what I'm saying? He thinks he's really trying to get rid of us right now. He doesn't tell you, but with his COVID-19, if you all know, that's aimed towards so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yeah. And they try to make it. They try to make it so hard to aim it towards us, but it's killing them. It's killing them off, bro.
Right.
Bro, and they do all these things like drugs, man. They made drugs to put it in our hoods so that we can destroy ourselves. But what happened? It ended up turning on his people, and his people out there on crack now, man. His people out there dying from all type of heroin, and now he got all white drug addicts in the street, and he destroyed his own people while trying to destroy us. He really destroyed his own damn people. The food, man. He was trying to destroy us by putting GMOs and putting all type of poison in our water, but he ended up destroying his people too. Esau was trying to exalt his people, man, trying to make him seem like they the top race, superior. But he just ended up making himself look like a damn fool. Now he got to get rid of everybody, including his own people.
That's right.
Esau's these elites are retarded. Let me actually get this in the book of Psalms. And they're base men. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
You're a base. You think you're doing something, but the Lord got you by the damn balls, man. Slock, don't feel like that. The Lord got you by the hooks, man. You got hooks in your jaws.
Cool.
He said, Psalms 9 and 15, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
Come.
So he said the heathen are sunk in the pit that they made. They made the pit, but they're the ones sinking into it. Because it wasn't made for them, it was made for us. But they gonna get, it says, in the net which they hid, their own foot's taken. Just like you lay a net down so that you can try to, if you go hunting, you're hopefully trying to catch a prey. You're trying to catch an animal. But they laid that out, hit it. But they're gonna forget it was there. They're gonna do a little loop 360, and they foot gonna get taken, and they're gonna get the ones at the end of the day. So the Lord's kind of sending them up.
Right, base man.
Let me keep reading. The Lord is known by his judgments which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. So the Most High is known by the judgment he executed, just like in Egypt. The Lord made Pharaoh go off just so that his name might be declared. That's how the Lord gets his name, is by setting these heathen up for failure. You know? And ultimately send the children of Israel up, you know what I'm saying, ultimately to be glorified, because we are called by his name. You see, and it says, the wicked is snared in the works of his own hands. So the wicked they're ultimately, they're in the hands of the Lord, man. Like everybody is. But you got it.
So, now we're, I believe, I want to go back into Daniel, all right, the 4th chapter. All right, going back into now turning the tables. We just explained how the Lord set up Egypt, all right, and he took that thing down. All right, now I want to turn the tables and go to Babylon and show you that the Lord, he does the same thing. All right, we just got a precept out of it as well. All right, so this is Daniel 4:4. I'll start at 4 just to get the context. It says, I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream. That is funny, man. Cause that's what the heathen. That's what Esau's doing right now, man.
Flourishing.
He said Esau is flourishing in his palace right now. You know, and it's funny because the Lord sent Nebuchadnezzar a dream. All right, basically prophesying. I mean, giving Nebuchadnezzar a vision and telling you, look, this really was going to befall you. You're about to get destroyed, right? Esau, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lord is sending this man dreams. All right, talking about you guys are going to be destroyed. I know these Edomites being scared, man. All right, reading on though. Right, I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. And now that I think of it as well, the Lord, when you read in Wisdom of Solomon, the Lord actually sent the Egyptians dreams before he went in there and just destroyed them. All right, the Almighty word leaped out of heaven. All right, give them all dreams and what's the word? Apparitions. All right, and he basically let them know their wickedness and gave them all type of nightmares and then destroyed them. All right, so reading on. It says, therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. All right. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at the last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belshazzar, according to the name of my God, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And before him I told the dream, saying, O Belshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in thee, and no secret troubleth thee, tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. Thus were the visions of mine head in my bed. I saw and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and a height thereof was great. So this is Nebuchadnezzar, all right, basically telling Daniel the dream. All right, and hold on for a second. Let me see if Daniel goes to break it down. All right, so I believe, yeah, let me start at 23, I believe, 24. All right, so this is Daniel basically interpreting the dream to Nebuchadnezzar now. All right, this is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which has come upon my lord the king. that they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling place shall be with beasts. Alright, Salakia. Salakia. Hold on now. Let me start at 19, Salakia. It says, Then Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belshazzar answered and said, My lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and interpretation thereof to thine enemies. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branches the fowls of heaven had their habitation. It is thou, O king, thou art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown and reacheth unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. Alright, so basically, Nebuchadnezzar, he had a dream, right, that there was a big tree, right, and this is Daniel breaking it down to him. There was a big tree, it flourished, it had many leaves, many fruit, much meat, alright, a shadow for the beasts of the field, alright, branches for the fowls of the earth, alright, all type of, this was a place where you just go and dwell, and it's seen in the midst of the earth, right, this thing is tall, alright, reaches into the heavens, right, just healthy, just a big tree where everyone just can go to make peace, alright, to be cool, right, he said, it is thou, O Belshazzar, alright, you and bad, this is you, man, alright, so, that same thing is going on now, alright, America is this big tree, right, everybody wants to come to the land of the home, how do you say it? The home of the brave, the land of the free, man, alright, something like that, alright, they want to come over here, from other countries to get away, like you said, this might be on another level, but you got these other countries who usually keep the laws of Moses, you know, took after the children of Israel, but they come over here to be whores and harlots and be men whoremongers, and things like that. They come over here to get a good job. You know, the Chinese man come over here to get a business going, right? So this is the place where you can just make a living, man. Right? This is a place where you can just do your own thing. All right, and the tree's kind of waxing old right now, but this is basically what America is portrayed as, man, as that great country. All right, America, the so-called great.
Let me actually bring this out, because this is talking about, this is really just going into Babylon the Great, man. Salakia. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5. It reads, it says, Yea, because he is transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right.
And that's talking about Babylon. That's talking about here in America, that he gathers all people to himself and all nations. That's the big tree that you saw that Daniel had in his vision. That big tree just represented the kingdom of Babylon, really America, but all the birds which represent other nations, they came and they lodged on the branches under the shadow of it. Meaning they came and they lived in that. They thrived, okay, in that tree. That's where they lived at, man. That's all these other nations, they come through to America to live life, man, to live the American dream. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to try this out. I want to try to be an American for once, right? This is something different. This is something new. This is a great big kingdom. That's what they're looking at, man.
That's right.
That's Esau by his wine. Okay, his philosophies, man. His ways of life. It's enticing because it's wicked, you know. But these nations, they drunk of it, man, because they wanted to get drunk off of America's wickedness, right? And if you know what I'm saying?
That's right. So yeah, man. And let me keep reading. It says, that's calm. It says, and whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the root thereof in the earth, even with the band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field till 7 times pass over him. So really, man, this Babylon right now is well, this is Babylon, the mystery Babylon, but the modern Babylon is America. So this thing will be hewn down and just done away with. All right, so that was going into basically the second one. I want to go into Babylon. All right, so really, again, like I wanted to say that this nation, Babylon the Great, America, it's not gonna keep going, man. All right, just like Egypt got taken down by the Lord. All right, Egypt got destroyed by the Lord. All right, Babylon got destroyed by the Lord. Ancient Babylon, Rome got destroyed. The Greeks got destroyed. Who else? The Persian Medo Empire that got destroyed. All right, and these are just the times the Gentiles being fulfilled. All right, you have any precepts?
Daniel 7:23. It says, "Then he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and it shall tread it down and break it in pieces." So this fourth beast, this is going into America, because if you actually read in Daniel 7 and 8 through 9, you had this other beast, the fourth beast, which was diverse from all beasts, but it had I believe it said Salakia. It says there were horns coming up. There were pretty much 3 horns, but then the last horn was a little horn, which is talking about America. So this is the 4th one to come up, and this is talking about Babylon the Great. He says it devoured the whole earth. Okay, because this place America, like we was bringing out, man, everybody wants to come here. This place America it's like the superpower. Okay, this is the place where everybody wants to come and lodge at. Everyone wants to come and visit it. Everybody wants to come and start businesses here. That's what this place is talking about, man. It devoured the whole earth through his wine, bro. His ideologies, man. What he presents to the people. His democracy, man. Just how it just seems so free, and it's like you don't get punished for, just being wicked.
Right.
People look at that and they're like, man, that's not like any manner of kingdom or any manner of, any other manner of a place on this earth is not like America. They got everything over there. Okay,
they live nice.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, like appearance wise. You know what I'm saying? You could be what you want to be. I don't have to die. You know what I'm saying, for being a whore and stuff like that.
Homosexual.
They don't have no laws about homosexuality there. You can be a damn transgender. They're like, shit, man. That's my utopia right there. That's what these people in their mind, because you give that to the Lord don't deal with that, man. The Lord deals with, you got laws and you abide by them. And these nations have their laws too, but America's the only place that really don't have them laws. You can break laws here in this own country and still not get punished. That's it's a wicked kingdom. They don't even go by their own rules, man. So it's just wicked as hell.
And when you do get caught by the rules, you get judged wrong.
Yeah, and you get wrongful judgment. You might have been doing nothing, and you might get the wrong judgment. So it's like this place. It's wicked. It's
wicked. You and Edomite, you kill someone, you get off with it. You kind of get off with it.
Yeah. Now 24 reads, "And the 10 horns out of the kingdom are the 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and shall subdue the 3 kings." Right? "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto the times, and the dividing of times." So it says these 10 horns, which is going into the allies of America. You see what I'm saying? They're going to come up against America, and they're going to end up ultimately burning you with fire with ICBM nuclear missiles. But it just said that the saints of the Most High, which is the Israelites, were going to be given into the hands of these so-called Edomites, the Babylonians, aka Americans, for a time, times and the dividing of times. A time represents a year. You see, so if you put a time, which is 1, times, which there's an S, so it's 2. So you put, you got time, which is 1, times 2, and the dividing of times, which is half of 1, which is 0.5, right? It's 2.5. It's like 3.5. But we understand through the prophecies that it's really talking about 350 years.
Mm-hmm.
So 3.5, but it's really 350 years. Approximately, is how long Israel's going to be here, man. Approximately, it's not exactly, you know what I'm saying, but it's approximately that time we're going to be here, man. Serving out our judgment. Okay, being ruled over, man. Okay, being bamboozled by their philosophies, man. Being bamboozled by Christianity. Okay, being a damn coon, man. You see what I'm saying? All these things, you know what I'm saying, having us get shot down in the streets.
That's right.
Wearing us out, man. Making us work these damn slave jobs out here. Okay? I mean, giving no peace out here. We don't have no type of justice in the system. We are 3/5 of a human. We get, it's hell out here for the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. So it says we're going to be given to this man for a time, times, and a dividing of times. But it reads on to say, but judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, right, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Now it's talking about Yahushua, man. Yahushua is going to come and judge. When Yahushua judges, he's judging this nation as a nation, not as one individual. You know what I'm saying? He's judging everybody in this nation, man. You see what I'm saying? And it says, and the kingdom, dominion, and greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve him and obey him. Right, hitherto is the end of this matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations must trouble me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. So there you have it, man. According to the scriptures, the kingdom, the greatness under the whole heaven will be given unto the saints of the Most High God. Okay, Yahushua is going to be ruling. The saints, which is the Israelites who repented, or really all Israel, are going to be ruling under him. We have the Yahweh ruling over every single body. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, then you have slaves and stuff like that. That's how it's working. So, according to the scriptures, you got anything else you want to bring out?
That was Khan.
So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's how we're going to get the kingdom ultimately. But Esau's going to have to get dealt with. Esau's getting dealt with right now. See, so Esau's out on the way out. That's why we say, hey, you know what I'm saying, keeping the faith, you know what I'm saying, brothers. Because as you see these things going on, we understand that the Lord is really working out here. We understand that the Lord is fulfilling these prophecies as we speak. You see? It's not no longer we just read it and we just, people read it, it's a good little story, it's nice. It sounds nice. No, this stuff is starting to go in the past, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a thing to be played with, man. But
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to keep in the faith, enduring to the end. But until next time, I want to say
one more scripture.
Okay, come on.
All right, let me end this one up. This is Jeremiah 23:7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Alright, so basically, we're in that Egypt, man. Alright, we're in the modern day Egypt, alright, but again, it's not going to be said that the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, but out the north country, and we know this is the north country, right, being in North America. Alright, as you could read in, I believe it's Zechariah 6:2, or 2:6. Alright, but Khan, basically with that, man, alright, we want to end it out. You can go ahead and end it out.
God, so I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Call Allah, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Alright, Shalom.
Alright, Shalom.